Peter Daubermann has really come down hard on Advocate Ntelwa during his heads of argument. He's really pretty much said three important things this morning. One, that he's planning to apply for Section 174, where he says, which states that all charges against Timothy Omotoso and his two co-accused must be dropped because there's not enough evidence for him to be prosecuted. He then went on to really dig hard and holes at Advocate Ntelwa, saying that he feels that his conduct, his interference with the case has led to the case being an unfair one, and also led to his client not getting proper justice in this case. He referred to three incidents and saying that he has evidence to prove that Advocate Ntelwa started a WhatsApp group which had all the witnesses as part of this WhatsApp group, and he has evidence to also prove that in this WhatsApp group, Advocate Ntelwa discussed intricate details of the case with the witnesses. Ntelwa has argued against this, saying that in this group there was no intricacies of the case being discussed with the witnesses. It was just to discuss logistical issues with the case, but no real evidence around the case. And then Daubermann went on to state how there's been so many inconsistencies in the testimonies of the witnesses, something that he says was done by Ntelwa, who he says coerced witnesses to change their statements. How at one time Cheryl Zondi said one thing about what happened to her during her time or her alleged sexual interactions with Omotoso, and then how now when she came back to court she said something else. How also Melusia Gianni once stated when she first confessed to the Hawks that she was penetrated by Omotoso during their sexual interactions, but how when as time went by she changed the statement, and how Advocate Ntelwa allegedly told her to move it from just being a finger being inserted into her private part to calling it rape, so that it can become a rape charge to the detriment of Omotoso. So Daubermann was really speaking hard and saying that he really believes that Ntelwa has interfered with this case. He has coerced witnesses to change their statements during his interactions with them, and he says that if we're going to speak about a client, his client having a fair trial and having good justice, which he feels the Constitution says harpers hard on this, then this case has not been fair at all, and this case has not led to justice because Prosecutor Ntelwa, who is supposed to uphold the principles of being an advocate for truth and advocate for fairness, did not do this because he coerced witnesses to say what he wanted them to say that would become a charge and then would obviously land up Omotoso in prison. He then also went to state that this was obviously unfair on behalf of his client, and that this was not done in the good spirit of having a fair trial for his client, and said that he still maintains that his client, all the charges against his client must be dropped, and also went on to state that originally Advocate Ntelwa had told him, Daubermann, that he's going to bring forward 22 witnesses in this case. He's not going to bring 22 witnesses, that he's actually only going to bring some of them. He then went on further to tell Skuman, the judge, that he's going to bring all 22 of the witnesses, but up until now he's only brought 9 witnesses. So there again, Daubermann was stating that he told him, the defense, that he's going to bring not all of them, but then he told the judge that he's going to bring all 22 witnesses, therefore then again showing the court how Ntelwa has compromised himself, compromised the fairness of this case, but not only lying to himself, Daubermann also lying to the judge about the number of witnesses who are going to be brought forward in this case.